Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and today I'm in here with 30 Rock. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Great. You're riding a fucking crazy wave right now. Like, it's pretty much a dream situation that you're in right now to be the dude who produced like the biggest song in the country, and people are talking about the beat.
Yeah.
People aren't just
I'm just blessed, man.
talking about the song. They're like really talking about how crazy the production is.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be on some different shit. That's always been me. You know what I'm saying?
You've been grinding for a long time too. Like
long motherfucking time. God damn. I'm here now.
A lot of people get fucking fed up like really early on, but I mean it's cool to see the journey of you like doing interviews like very early on, like trying to do whatever you could to like basically explain your situation or whatever. But I feel like for a producer, you're pretty much in the prime position right now. Yeah,
I mean, I've been working quite some time. You know what I'm saying? You can't give up. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how I feed my family. You know what I'm saying? This is how I'm able to put my other producers, my other niggas in positions to win, and feed their family. So, this all rides on me. I can't give up.
So you're from the Bronx?
Yeah.
Up until what age you lived there before you moved to Atlanta?
I ain't gonna lie, I moved there probably like around, I moved to Atlanta probably like around 2011, I want to say, right before that.
Okay, so
11.
What age did you make it to in for the Bronx?
When I moved to Atlanta, I had to been in middle school, so I had to been like, what, 11, 12?
But do you feel like a New Yorker?
Nah.
Not really.
Not really.
11, 12. That's when you start like going out and being out there by yourself. So you didn't really get that feeling.
I mean, like I've been hustling since then. You know what I'm saying? Whether that mean playing the drums at church every Sunday, to help my mom with $50. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. Like that's what I did.
That was your version of hustling back then?
Yeah. I don't know nothing about nothing else. That ain't me.
For sure. What were your parents like, and what was the environment in your house? Was it a musical environment?
Yeah. My family's from Antigua and Barbuda. So, I got like a Caribbean background.
Okay.
My dad used to be a DJ. My mom has not one lick of rhythm in her.
Me neither, probably.
Yeah, she ain't got one lick of rhythm in her, but, I definitely got that from my dad's side. And I just took it on and kept going, really. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, music wasn't something I wanted to do, really. So it's just crazy how I fell into this.
It wasn't something you wanted to do? How'd you fall into it?
I mean, like, I was in a marching band and shit like that, but, like, I didn't think that, like, I thought, like, okay, I was going to be like a regular dude, go to high school, go to college for playing drums and shit like that, and come out of college trying to figure out my life. And it's so crazy that, like, I actually, like, lost my whole college situation, being able to try out and all that type of shit. And
you lost that situation? Why?
Because my band teacher called me a bitch. Shout out to Mr. Shepard, though.
He called you a bitch?
Yeah, that's still my dog.
For what? What'd you do?
I just had a headache that day, and I'm just the type of guy, like, if I don't feel like doing something, I don't want to do it.
That's the kind of thing that I picture like a football coach saying to a kid, not a band
Hey, man,
teacher.
He definitely went off on my ass. But I told him, hey, fuck this shit. I don't need it. And I walked out, and I just had to find something else to do with my life.
So you walked out. You didn't smash on him?
He kicked me out and everything. I just was like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Like, okay.
Okay.
And I left, and shit, I had to figure something out. And I just started making beats.
Had you already, like, do you remember a specific time where you fell in love with rap to the point where you wanted to make beats? Or was there any particular production that you heard that made you fascinated by this?
Shout out to the eardrums. Shout out to the gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what made me, like, really want to start making beats. I mean, I used to listen to music, but, like, nothing really, like, caught my attention like that.
Like that first wave of Mike Will's shit and, like, Ray Shremmerd and all that, that was sort of like, you were still pretty young at that point.
Yeah, I was pretty young at that time. Like, way before Shrem.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, when the Future Wave had caught on, to turn on the lights and shit like that. Like, that's what made me be like, damn, I can do this shit.
Right.
And I was making beats, too, at that time, so it was like, just try it.
So you just started fucking around making beats. Do you feel like you really gravitated towards it right away? Like, you started to make dope shit right away?
That shit is like playing a video game all day. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing better than that. Like, we dudes, we niggas, we love to play video games all day. Like, I get paid to play a video game all day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's still a job.
But the job is, like, basically creating the best pattern on the screen, which is, like, to a lot of people, it's hard to imagine that eventually is where the mentality leads you.
The mentality of it is like, how can I be different? Every time you make a beat, how different can I be?
Without the shit sucking.
Without that shit sucking, and without like being like, God damn, I ain't got the juice today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, That's what it is.
How did you, once you started really making some hot shit, and did I see something when you said that you don't ever watch tutorials, or you didn't learn on YouTube or whatever? How'd you learn? Just on your own?
Shout out to my homeboy. You know, he taught me how to make beats.
Oh, okay.
And really, we just figured it out. Like, I mean, like, I seen a lot of people saying, oh, that was pride and stuff like that. But it was nothing like that. Like, YouTube wasn't even popping like that when I started making beats.
Right.
How could I watch a tutorial?
Do you feel like shit is too easy now? It's all laid out for you on YouTube if you want to learn?
Yeah, everything is out there.
It just makes it more competitive though, right?
Not really.
No?
Because the goal is to be different.
Right.
Not to sound like everybody else.
But if everybody understands the basics, because the basics are so well laid out on YouTube, then it just really starts to become more of a competition of who is actually really creative and who can do something totally outside the box.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening. Would you be very successful? I don't know. You know, for me, because it's like, I like to touch different shit.
Right.
I don't want to learn from YouTube, oh, this is how you cut an 808, and this is how you, maybe sometimes I just want the fucking 808 just to bang. Or maybe I want this melody to have a whole bunch of delays on it and echoes. Like, when I make beats now, nigga, I pull up Echo Boy and I put that feedback all the way on that motherfucker.
Right.
Like, I want to sound different. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever feel like you make shit that's too outside the box for the artist, and that they just want some shit that sounds like some other like, do you have the problem already where everybody you go to make a beat for, they're like, I want something like the box? No.
Nah, because everybody when they expect me, like when I come in the studio, they know they're never gonna get something that sounds the same.
Right.
Like, if you listen to like my whole track record, none of my beats sound the same. Like, you wouldn't even think I made every single one of those, or like everything was different. So I try to keep that going, like for me and like the producers and stuff like that, like the whole team, we just try to be different with everything that we're doing.
Right.
I don't try to ever like be repetitive and have everything sound the same. I can't do that, because then my ears get tired, I get bored, and then I don't want to make beats, and then I take long ass vacations. And, yeah.
So it's easy for you to get frustrated creatively, and then that forces you to just sort of take a step back?
I don't never get easily frustrated with making beats. I just like to let my mind breathe, because I don't believe in like beat block and shit like that. Anything could be a beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just let my mind just relax. Like, nigga, I was sitting there, smoke my hookah for about 3 hours.
That's what you're on? You're on the hookah?
Yeah, I'm on the hookah. I smoke weed occasionally.
Okay.
But I come in the studio from like 12 in the afternoons. 2 hours of that. After that, I'm smoking hookah for about 2 hours, just chilling, talking shit. And then I'm like, okay, cool, let's get some work in. You know what I'm saying? And then I just relax. You know what I'm saying? As long as my hookah's lit all day, I can do anything.
How many hours on, like in your ideal day of working on music, how many hours are you in the studio?
Shit, a long fucking time.
You like being in there with the artists as well, like when they're cooking up?
Yeah, okay. I like either or. Cause we have like cook up days where it's just like we're just in there just cooking. Like, we'll come in at like 8 o'clock at night, and don't leave until 8 a.m.
Right.
And sometimes I don't go to sleep till 12 p.m. To wake up at 6 and do it all over again. Like, sometimes I don't even see daylight.
Right.
This shit's just so crazy.
And you're kind of like at the mercy of the artist in a lot of ways as a producer, right? Where you got to fit into whatever the schedule they're trying to do is. You got to be in there. Or have you ever been in a situation that felt like that, or have you learned what your preference is in terms of your creative process through trying to fit in with other people's creative processes and just not enjoying it?
No, I don't fit in, and so everybody I work with, I got a relationship with. So it's not like I'm fitting in or like, hey, bro, come to the studio at 8 o'clock. Like everything is scheduled. Like, sometimes, like when I'm in Atlanta, it's like Yachty would call me. Hey, bro, I'm at the studio. Pull up. If you ain't doing shit, or if I am doing shit, all right, bro, I'll pull up on you. Like afterwards. It's never like a, hey, bro, well, I got a show here and do this and do this and do this. Nah, I just move with the artist. So if Yachty called me at 8 and the nigga got something to do at 12, 11, he got an appearance or something, I'm there with the nigga or whatever the case may be, and then we go back to the studio, or we moving around like that. Like, that's how like all my relationships is. Like, even with Sway and Jimmy and like all that shit. Like, yeah.
Well, you're in a good position because you're like somebody that they could actually hang out with.
Yeah.
It's got to be weird for like when you got a producer who's got fire shit, but then he's just kind of a weirdo.
I don't believe in that weirdo shit, man. I don't even like that weird shit, bro.
Like you can't kick it with somebody
hell no
matter
weird.
what, no matter
like,
what
for me,
value they're bringing to the situation.
Real shit is just, for me, it's like, it's all about vibes. Like, if your vibe ain't right, bro, I can't fuck with you. I can't work with you. And like my manager will tell you, like, before, like when he's having conversation with other people, artists, managers or whatever, he'll tell them, like, He's very big on vibes, like, so you might want to tell him, like, either, hey, they're going to have to kick it somewhere else first and then go to work, or, like,
feel him out at the Starbucks or something?
Something like, nigga, we got to get some cup of coffee or something. Or, you know, like, we'll come in the studio and just talk about music, talk about other shit first, and then, like, catch a vibe. Like, I'm just big on vibes. That's how I create.
For sure.
If the vibe ain't right, like, I'll be in the studio and I'll be like, man, my vibe is off.
In the early days, what was your balance, or how do you find the balance between actually working on your craft and then promoting your shit?
Man,
that's a big decision for any producer coming up.
You can do it.
Yeah.
I don't believe in saying, oh, I'm so tired, I can't do this and I can't do that. My nigga, I used to work at an accounting firm. I used to go to work at 8, got off at 5, left there, drove all the way to Camp Creek from like 7 to like 4 or 5 in the morning, go home, take a shower to go to work. Lunch break, I'm taking a nap in my car. I might oversleep. That's how I got fired. I started oversleeping and shit. But hey, it was worth it. Shit, like, and then from there, it's like, it was times where I used to work at this place called Sweet Tomatoes. I had to be at work at 4 in the morning, I want to say. And think about coming from the club the night before. Like, you just not getting home at 3. I only had enough time to take a shower and go to work. So it's like, you got to know how to pack that shit in. If this is what you want to do, if you want to be a boss and you want to be able to wake up every morning and live your schedule, you ain't got a nigga telling you what to do, what time to clock in, like, you got to be able to fit it in.
How did you first start to get your beats noticed in the first place, though? Because I feel like once you get on a track with one big artist, that could be the thing that you need to propel your career, but a lot of people are really stuck on zero. Like, they don't even know how to get to that first point.
Atlanta is very small. Everybody knows everybody, so it's kind of like word of mouth. So like, I used to like be on Twitter every morning. Who need beats? Who need beats? Hey, this is like, who need beats? Who need beats? Who need beats? Who need that? Like, I do that every single day, like every single day until somebody reply back. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was people like Jose Guapo, Michael Montana, Casino from Free Bands. It's like people like that, Scooter. It was like people like that would like accept the beats, and like, it just traveled. Everything just traveled. Like, I remember when Migos first came out, and I'm like, damn, how am I gonna get to these niggas, right? I was just like hitting niggas up, and they reply back, and the next thing you know, I ended up on one of the quality control old tapes, like when they first came out. Like, I was on there. So it's like all about word of mouth and like networking and like being out every night, running into somebody else. Right. Yeah, you can't sleep.
When those did you see that old Facebook post that went viral of Roddy talking about, like, you know, y'all don't fuck with my music, blah, 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 like 7 years ago? Yeah. That's crazy, because that's like, that should just be such a reminder to anybody, like, yeah, maybe motherfuckers don't appreciate your music right now. Maybe you need to work for 7 years.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it take that long. It took me, 5 years to get where I'm at now?
Right.
5, 6 years to get where I'm at now. But, you know, for the people that don't believe in your music, I just fuck them. Who cares? Like, fuck you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a lot of haters in my life. I had people who told me I could never mix a beat a day in my life. I had niggas tell me, like, you know, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, you know, and where you at?
Right. Because it's all about just that hard work and dedication.
Hard work and dedication. And I block out all negative energy. I don't participate in that shit. If you got any type of negative energy, don't bring that shit around me. I will cuss you the fuck out. Straight up.
Definitely. Is it tricky, like, moving between all these sort of big artists that you work with? Like, do you ever been in a situation where like an artist just wanted to really lock you down and have like exclusive access to your production for a period of time? They never went for that?
I don't go for that. Nah, man. I just, like I said, I fuck with everybody. So it's like, everybody know how I am. Like, man, I'm just that nigga that, like, I'm just gonna move around. I move around. I move around. I don't like to get too attached. I don't get attached. And if you trying to lock me down, bro, I need some money. I need that bread. Like, dude, I need some money. My ends, my dividends.
How comfortable are you financially right now?
Oh, I'm blessed.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Is that new, or did you feel the same way a year ago?
Before the music, like, I had money. I was cool with my old life. I tell them that all the time. Like, I was cool with my old life.
When you just had a normal job and shit?
When I had a normal job, I was cool with that. But I wanted more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I take care of my whole family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wanted more. So, like, I'm cool now, you know? Like, shit, I got, 4 or 5 cars, nice house. Shit, my mom's taking care of my sister's in school. My mom really don't have to work. She just want to go to work because she be bored in the house.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm blessed.
Do you feel motivated to get to another level financially? Like, is that still something that's in your head at all times?
Hell yeah, I want to be a billionaire.
They both just did that to each other.
I want to be a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my next goal, is to be a billionaire.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Like, I mean, right now, I'm just in, like, I got everything I need, so I really don't spend money on stupid shit. Yeah, that ain't me.
How much has it changed? Like, having a #1 song, how much does that change shit for you?
Man, there's a lot of niggas out here trying to be friends. I don't want no more friends. Man, let me tell you about that. My circle is closed. And if you wasn't on the shit before, you're fucked. I've been telling people, like this is my circle. Like, I let niggas in my circle, and if you get to my circle, like, that's cool, because I don't like people. You know what I'm saying? So for you to be in my circle, that's a blessing. Well, not, I'm not saying it like that, but like, for me to fuck with you, it's like, oh damn, the nigga actually talk, because I won't talk to you.
Right.
And shit, it just get crazy when I tell a nigga like, hey bro, you might want to stick around. You might want to stick around. You know what I'm saying? And you might want to stick around. Hey man, come on, bro. Like, we trying to be gang. You know what I'm saying? And like, you go off and do their own shit, and start like, oh, I ain't fucking with this nigga, or this nigga ain't made me enough money and all this shit. And hey, huh? Oh yeah, my beats are trash. I did get that too.
Was somebody told you that?
Man, hell yeah.
Somebody important or somebody random?
How do I want to play this? Somebody important.
Somebody that
Yeah.
seems significant enough that you should care.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm the type of nigga, I don't like beef. I've been fighting all my life, bro. Ask that nigga right there, he'll tell you. I've been fighting all my motherfucking life. I don't want to fight no more. So it's like, for niggas to be like saying shit like that, I'd be like, okay, I keep it moving.
Is it easy for you to walk away from disrespect at this point? You're in a situation where you clearly should just walk away,
Hey,
right?
man, I'm rich. I'm rich. I don't care about none of that shit.
Right.
All that arguing and shit. What are we arguing about?
Right.
What are we arguing about?
That's what I'm thinking when I'm watching Meek and Nicki's husband arguing in that store.
Yeah, like, I mean,
I'm like, y'all have too much money to be yelling at each other in the store.
Like, a nigga is like, I'm financially stable as long as my bills is paid. My niggas is straight. The niggas that's working around me are straight. You know, I'm comfortable with that. Like, bro, I'm not finna argue with you on no Twitter, no Instagram, none of that shit. Don't call my phone. Not with it, bro.
How'd you actually make the connection with ear drummers to start moving around with them if that was already like kind of your dream situation? How'd you get to
them? I
them?
lost my fucking job because of that.
Really?
Hell yeah. Man, fucking around with Mike ass. Well, really, it was, I was on Twitter, and I seen Sway and I'm looking for beats. I sent the beats over there, and Sway was like, yo, bro, you hard. Like, I'm gonna let my manager call you, which is Migo. And I was like, all right, whatever, nigga. Whatever.
You heard that before?
Yeah, I heard that. You know what I'm saying? So I was just chilling. I got home, turned on the TV. Migo called me and was like, hey, bro, like, I just want to, I want to link you with Mike and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, cool, bet, let's do it. So I get a phone call one day, hey, pull up to the studio. So we pulled up to the studio, Mike was there. He was outside taking pictures like this. He was like, his famous. So he was out there doing that. And we just immediately like started roasting each other.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, we just started roasting each other. I sat in the studio all fucking night with that nigga, like just all night, and knowing that I had to go to work at 8 in the morning.
Were you working or were you just...
No, I was working. I was still at the accounting firm.
But I mean, like when you're in there with Mike, were you working on beats or you just talking and shit?
No, I was just catching a vibe.
Right.
Like I was just there. Like I was just sitting there. He was working on, I think they was working on 2-9's project.
Okay.
And that's the same night we actually did 2-9 featuring Jimmy. Can't remember the name. But yeah, so we did that song. And we was just in there all night. And I was like, damn, it's 6 o'clock. I'm cutting close. Like, I gotta go home, take a shower, go to work. Man, as soon as I got up, Mike was like, you got some beats you want to play? And I was like, yeah. I was like, damn, nigga. I pressed play, and that nigga Mike's face was like that. And then from there, it was just like, he was like, hey, man, we're going to get everything situated. We're going to get everything right. And yeah.
And it's been good ever since.
It's been good ever since.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah. crazy shit.
Good to hear positive stories about people just kind of clicking up with the right people and not having to do like the bad deals that don't work out.
If I gotta do all that, then I don't want to make music no more.
Right.
I just rather go back to my regular life.
Right. Yeah. So you've been associated with a shitload of other big people though too. Like how do you start working with Kendrick after all this? Or like what was the order of like bigger artists that you started working with?
So my first hit record was T Wayne Nasty Freestyle, which that came from Bandit Gang's Marco Nasty. I made the original beat, and then T Wayne heard it and did a remix, and then that went up. My next record from there was Rake It Up. Yeah, it was Rake It Up. Me and Mike did that. And then from there, it was King's Dead.
Oh, yeah.
And then from King's
That's
Dead.
a good one.
Yeah, me and Mike did that too. And from there, it was Gucci Flip Flops with Bad Baby.
Wow.
It was Gucci Flip Flops.
Damn, you produced that. That's crazy.
Gucci Flip Flops. From there, it was what? Bartier Cardi. Oh, yeah, Bartier Cardi.
That was huge.
Yeah.
That was like Nicki's Cardi's like third song or second popping
song
second, at that point.
Yeah, second. It was the second one.
Like the follow up to Bodak Yellow when people weren't sure if she was really gonna have a bunch of follow ups.
Man, that was press time right there. So me and Cheese did that. Turn around, stargazing. What you said? No, say what you said. Oh yeah, we did Plies Rock.
Okay.
And then from there it was like stargazing, who what, shit. It's a whole bunch of shit. 21 Savage, like my list just kept going.
When you were working on Bartier Cardi, was there a sense that this was like a very important song that like this was a big deal?
I mean, we knew it was a big deal. They called me the next day. It was like, hey, bro, we need the files. We need the stems. Like, this is our second single. Like, we got to put this out ASAP, so we need to get it mixed and stuff like that. So, like, I knew that was, like, urgent. I knew it was going to go.
How'd you even end up in that situation of producing for it, though? You just made something and submitted it, or?
Can't say.
Well, you got secret industry connections?
Just can't say. But let's just say this. We created it together. Everything was created together. We made the beat. It got created there. You know, put Cardi on it. Everything got put together.
You ever do any kind of writing of lyrics or doing flows or hooks for anybody?
Yeah.
You do that stuff too?
Yeah, I do everything.
Oh, okay.
I'm a real musician, man.
Well, so you have your public facing doing production, and then you also have your back sneaky stuff that you do on the side.
So lately, lately, we've been doing a lot of songwriting and producing and shit like that. Like a lot of background vocals and ideas and shit like that. So been putting it together. Yeah. Do you see the appeal of like when you look at somebody like Mike, and that makes you think about like, you know, a Khaled or a Metro Boomin? There's a lot of dudes, producers who have like really managed to market themselves as like real stars. Is that something that appeals to you, or are you more comfortable just working on the behind the scenes? I want to be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be that nigga. I learned a lot from Mike. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just a blessing, you know, for him to like support what I'm doing and putting stuff together and like making this shit happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you I mean, shit, there's a lot that comes with that too.
Oh no, I can handle all that.
You can handle it.
Ain't no pressure, bro. Like, I'm good, bro.
I just meant there's a lot that comes with it in the sense of like, you know, just sort of putting the light constantly on yourself. But you don't seem like the kind of guy either who's going to be talking all crazy on Instagram to try to get some clout or whatever. And there's a lot of that these days.
Man, you ain't finna catch me caught up with no bitch on Instagram. You ain't finna catch me caught up arguing with no nigga on Instagram. And you ain't gonna catch me clout chasing on Instagram because I don't like people. I just like to post my nice pictures and y'all like them and we interact on some positive ass shit. Leave me alone with that negative shit. I will cuss you the fuck out. That's simple.
That's real.
Yeah. I don't want no smoke. Nah.
Just get into it.
Just get into it. I just want to make beats, make records, and be straight.
Is it hard for you ever to balance the work part and actually enjoying your life? As a producer, you can easily just spend 14 hours a day just in a dark room.
It's never not. I mean, I got a studio in the crib. We travel with a studio. A lot of producers, do that. Some don't. We travel with a studio. I just live life. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Like, I balance it out.
Right.
I try to make sure at least Sundays is like my, my family days and shit like that. So, yeah.
Do you feel like you get less done when you're on the road, though, in terms of your actual musical output?
That's what we got. Wherever we at, we got the speakers. Right now, the speakers are in the car.
Really?
Yeah.
We can go make a beat right out there.
Man, we can pull it up right now.
Have you ever actually watched the show 30 Rock? Mm-mm. No, you never seen it.
Man, I actually had the name before 30 Rock.
Really? Where did the name come from? 30.
Okay. So
You have the 30?
So
With that 30 hangout.
it started with we was in a basement. It was 2 rappers, 2 producers originally.
Okay.
We were producing for a group. We just tried to do this like whole let's run it up type shit. And we was just coming up with names. So they had their names already, the rappers did. And me and my boy, we ain't had our names at all. So we couldn't think of nothing because I don't like to come up with names. That ain't me.
Okay.
So I got frustrated. I was upstairs on the phone. That's when FaceTime first started popping. It's crazy. So,
Changed everything.
Yeah. So I'm on FaceTime, just minding my business. He come upstairs and he's like, 30 Rock. And I'm like, okay, but who's going to be 30 and who's going to be Rock? He was like, we could just say we're 30 Rock. And I was like, okay. And I just ran with it. And then eventually, you know, bro stopped doing some work and the name was already getting branded. Artists were starting to rap on the beats and stuff like that. So it was like, I couldn't change my name.
So you just kept rolling with it?
I just kept rolling with it. But a lot of people right now call me 30.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do people ever hear that and think that you're like a drug addict? Because like perk 30s are kind of a meme right now?
Nah. And the crazy thing, I don't even know nothing about them drugs.
You don't?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I only smoke hookah.
Just hookah.
I mean, I do weed occasionally, but I got to smoke weed out here.
Stay away from the 30s, that's for sure.
Oh, this nigga.
Are bad things. Damn, that's crazy. So, like at this point in your life, so I got to talk about the box a little bit more.
All right.
So you were in the studio. How much work had you done with Roddy before that particular song?
I met Roddy before Roddy was Roddy.
Okay.
I met Roddy right before Die Young and all that stuff. I met Roddy when he was trying to find himself. I'm like, he had himself, but like he was trying to find like what lane he was gonna be, how he was gonna like execute it. So the first time I met him, it was just like on some meet and greet type shit. Second time I met him, I walked into the studio, played him a couple beats. We caught a stupid vibe. He was like, that same night, he was like, hey man, that's crazy because I actually wanted to have you on the album. And I'm like, all right, shit, let's make it happen. Because we had just did a song for a Fabulous album called Time.
Oh, wow.
Featuring Roddy. So he was like, damn, bro, you just like an album, like you're a great album producer. And I'm like, oh, shit, all right, well, I appreciate it. So the third time, well, that was the second time, right? So we went back to Atlanta, and Kiefer was like, man, load me up a whole bunch of beats. And I just kept loading him up beats. And we originally had 2 tracks on the album before we even sent over the box and roll dice to them. So we sent those beats over, and it was like, they just called it. Kiefer called it, and he was like, hey, man, we got one.
Right.
And from there, it's just been history.
And the E-Er thing, like that actually happened in that first session? Like that just happened?
That was Roddy doing ad-libs.
Right.
And the good-ass engineer making it sound like it was in the beat.
Oh, so it was just started out as a regular all ad-lib, and then y'all just kind of focused in on it?
Yeah, because I definitely wouldn't have put that in the beat and sent it to Roddy. Like, imagine that. Like, imagine a loud-ass E-er,
it'd be weird as fuck, right?
In the middle of the beat, you know what I'm saying? When the beat first come on and, like, it's just E-er. Like, I wouldn't put that in the beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it got played for Roddy would have probably been like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, next beat. So that's why I wouldn't put that in the beat. But I'm glad he did it.
Right.
Because they synced it to make it sound like everything was put together.
But it's crazy now, like TikTok and shit, it feels like a lot of the beats that become the most viral are the ones that have some really fucking weird, catchy little aberration in the beat.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what's popping right now. The simple beats and crazy-ass either drum patterns, hard-ass melodies.
Squeaks.
Squeaks.
There's a lot of, like, copycat squeaking going around.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of shit going on, man. Niggas been biting for quite some time.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you ever get hurt over that? Like, people stealing sauce that you feel like you brought to the table?
Nah, niggas can't steal sauce because I'm always 10 steps ahead. And that's not, okay, let me say this again. This is not to be cocky. Because y'all niggas be trying to come for a nigga in the comments, man. But nah, I try to just stay 10 steps ahead. Like right now, like our production is on some whole different shit. Like we're always like, okay, we did this. Now what's next? We don't try to just use the same like 808s, drums, the same patterns over and over. Like y'all will hear the reverse 808 again and a couple more beats, but they're not gonna be in the same place as what the boxes are in. Like meaning the 4 or the 3 or whatever the case may be. Like they won't be in that same pocket.
It's so weird for me as somebody who doesn't like really understand the production side of things as much, but to just realize that there's like a war of beats of drums specifically going on at all times, of like a constant evolution and processing beats that the average person is kind of blind to, but their ear can sense it. Like if you hear a tired ass beat from a couple of years ago, you feel that the drums are different, even if you don't have the language such as myself to explain it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I got beats right now like I won't play because I'd be like, damn, those drums are like outdated, or those drums don't sound as good as I know I can make them sound now. So it's like, yeah, all that shit's like an evolution movie. Yeah,
that's real.
Real shit.
When you saw Justin Bieber engaging in corrupt practices, trying to tell his fans to do stuff to defeat Roddy and you, how'd that feel? I
didn't care. God damn, they walking hard.
Yeah. We're
Bigfoot.
We're out here. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. No, 3 weeks.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. She definitely got big feet for sure.
Nah, real shit. I think, that just shows you that hip hop plays a big part in the culture and life and music, because it took people like Ariana Grande and Justin to go like, oh, I'm going around to all the Walmarts to go buy all my albums, and like, dude, the box did double platinum right now without no video.
Brand new artist,
no video.
And you got Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez begging for streams.
That was Selena Gomez. I'm sorry, Ariana.
Ariana can get it too.
Sorry.
But
I'm so sorry. Oh.
She probably told people to stream that bullshit. Make a playlist, play it on low. No, but I mean, that's just shocking. Like this is kids who were nothing like a year or two ago, and you're dealing with people who've been famous for their entire lives.
Yeah, and it's like, that shows you that, the production is good as hell, and Roddy shit is fire as fuck. Like, we just a fire-ass duo. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a part of you that wants to, like, just work with him super heavily and just try to be a part of that going forward?
Me and Roddy just talked, like, 2 days ago, a day ago, and as soon as he get off tour, like, I'm going to catch him on, like, one of the tour dates, but, like, when he get off tour, like, we locking in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just going to go crazy.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, what are the main questions that you get from producers? Because I just know that like we don't interview a ton of producers, and I just know that like they're gonna want certain information from you, and I kind of feel bad because myself as a non-producer, I don't necessarily know what the information that they really feel like they could get from you is. Like, what's your hunch on that?
You ready? All right. So I tell this in like every interview that I do when they ask me questions like this. I'd be like, mind your motherfucking business. Mind your motherfucking business. And mind your motherfucking business. And like, real talk, just create, bro. Make beats that you think is hard. Like, man, don't let no other nigga tell you, oh, this ain't it or that ain't it. Like, man, anything could change the wave. Like, and just network. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta realize this shit is a job. Like, the reason why I really don't use the studio in my crib like that, because sometimes I feel like I don't go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm be in my drawers making beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I get dressed, I take my ass downtown, this 30-minute drive, and to make it feel like I'm going to work.
It feels good, honestly. Yeah, I worry about producers or artists who are just in the crib recording all the time, because I know for me, getting up, getting ready, and going to the office, I need that process to work, you know?
I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is not the move. So, like, I get up every day, I mind my motherfucking business, and I get to work. You know what I'm saying? And I tell everybody that, mind your motherfucking business. Stay, man, keep your head low. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in what's going on right now. Make what the fuck you want to make. Nigga, if your beats got like some goddamn pop shit going on, EDM shit going on, and you feel like that's going to work for this hip-hop artist, that one beat might change that hip-hop artist's life. Like,
do you have aspirations to do EDM beats or anything? Or you feel like
I do everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I do everything. I do everything. I do Afro beats. I just did an Afro beat on Casanova album. Oh, wow. Me and him did a joint album with Tory Lanez.
I didn't know Casanova had Afrobeat music out there. I want to hear that.
Yeah, we did one with me, him, Tory Lanez, and DeVito. I do it all. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, actually, this is so crazy. I'm actually starting more in the R&B lane now. Like this whole year, like not this whole year, but like just past week, we've been working straight R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was with JoJo.
Really?
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's where the bag's at.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely what the bag is at.
Definitely different audience for sure.
Definitely a different audience, and definitely they support different sometimes.
They buy shit.
They do buy shit. Merch.
Women be shopping.
Every fucking thing they buy, man. Hey, man. Shorty gonna say, drop this. I'm dropping this album, such and such. Next thing you know, 2 days later, her ass is gonna be on tour. Like, it works like that.
But so you got a girlfriend?
Man, I don't talk about them personally.
Hey, we tried.
Yeah.
If they want to DM you, are your DMs open?
Don't slide in my DMs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just act like that function doesn't even exist.
I mean, I get crazy DMs. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk about it. Shit.
Give me a prediction of something that you want to have accomplished within like a year or two, so that then once you do it, you can take this clip from this interview and put it on your Instagram and be like, I told y'all.
Man, I want my label to be one of the best labels out. You know, 1209. You know what I'm saying? I want every producer on there to be rich. I want both my artists, all three of my artists, to be popping. And yeah, I just want to be a boss. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be like my boy Hove. You feel me?
There it is.
Yeah.
We're all aspiring to be Hove.
Yeah, real shit. I'm shooting for it.
Same.
No jumper.
No jumper. Appreciate you, man. You got any shout outs, any thanks you want to send? Any warnings about future content that's on the way?
Nah. We're just gonna, man, come pop your shit, man. Man, come up here and pop your shit, nigga. He just want to say one thing. Let him say his one thing. Man, pop your shit.
All 2020. 1209 major application of pressure. That's it.
He said it.
Yeah, that's my producer.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, he helped me produce the box. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
And last night, Yo Gotti just dropped, and we just did one on there called Battle. But yeah, man, I just want to be a boss, man. And shout out to every fuck nigga out there that didn't believe in me. I'm here, and I made enough money. I made enough money.
Burr.
Yeah.
Just like that.
I'm out here, man.
30 Rock.
No,
appreciate you, man.
you, bro.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
It was an honor.
right.
Congratulations on all your success.
Dang.
30 Rock, No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube,
Jumper.
SoundCloud, iTunes. Like, comment, subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want support. We out.
Thanks for watching. I am 30 Rock. Follow me and No Jumper on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And make sure you hit that subscribe button.